my darlings, I hope you're all doing very, very well. I hope you are sitting comfortably, you are cozy, and you have your snacks and your beverages at the ready. Buckle down, sit down, because this video is going to be a lot. Like, a lot, okay? Like, oh god, okay. I have to like mentally prepare myself. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look at a tattoo artist that has probably one of the worst reputations I've ever come across. There is so many people trying to make awareness about this tattoo artist, and this has been going on for years, and this tattoo artist is still at large. And it's terrifying. So we'll be looking at a tattoo artist by the name of Keith Eby or Eby. How you say his last name, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say Eby. So Keith resides in Pennsylvania in the United States of America. So if you are in Pennsylvania or surrounding areas and you're in the mood for a tattoo, avoid this tattoo artist, please, for your safety. You'll see more as to why you should be avoiding this tattoo artist throughout this video. If you still want to visit this tattoo artist after this video, okay then, that's on you. So for this video, I had to do a lot of digging, a lot of deep diving, and I'm here to show you my findings. This is obviously also to back up my claim of please stay away from this tattoo artist, okay? I want to show you the receipts and proof.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, in everything
of him just being a terrible person. I don't want to just, you know, talk out of my ass for the sake of talking out of my ass, you know? So one thing I found about Keith was on this website that I've honestly never heard of before. It's called Broadjam. And this basically gives us an insight to Keith's earlier life. I will have some empathy for him for his early years. It does seem like he went through a lot as a young kid or teenager. So his Broadjam says that at the age of 13, as a way to escape, the now 25-year-old, this is obviously very old because I believe Keith is 37 now, so this is very old, but hey, it's information. But yeah, the now 25-year-old up-and-coming hip-hop artist, songwriter, fell in love with his craft. Born April 9th, 1987 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Keith Eby is one of the most courageous, uplifting artists of 2012. Suffering from alcohol and drug addictions, both Eby's mother and father made the decision to place Eby in care of someone with more of a stable being. Eby spent most of his life in and out of foster homes and shelters. He has overcome numerous tragedies throughout his life, including abuse. His father died when he was 14 of drug-induced HIV infection before Eby got the chance to know him. After being exposed to substance abuse at an early age, Eby developed his own struggle. In 2009, Eby's own addiction worsened and his life had become unmanageable. He was arrested and sentenced to 9 years probation, with the first year incarcerated after a breakup with the mother of his now 5-year-old son, combining and that's it. That's literally where it ends. I don't know. I feel like Keith himself obviously wrote this, you know, like this is just some kind of profile situation, and it is of course old, but again, it gives us an insight to his early years. He once had his own tattoo studio called Creative Ink Tattoos. It's spelled K-R-E-8 is number 8 I-V-E. Sure, okay. Play on words. Great, I guess. On the Yelp page, there was one review from 30th of August 2022. It was literally just a 1-star review. It says, just read some stuff on Facebook and saw how unprofessional he is. Would never recommend going here. On Google, it says now that this tattoo studio is closed. I'm not sure when it closed. There is a picture from 6 years ago of when it was open. But yeah, it's now closed. But now I believe Keith runs his own private tattoo studio, and I think he may live in that studio also. I don't know if he's running it out of a house or a flat, an apartment, a random ass industrial building. I'm not sure. It's not that clear, which is always a bit scary to me. Like, I have absolutely no problems with private tattoo studios. I've been to a few myself, but ones that are run from people's homes and what have you, I don't know, like, that's kind of scary to me. So Keith has said multiple times across his social media that he is a multi-award winning tattoo artist. He specializes in tattoo cover-ups mainly, but he obviously does other tattoos, but a lot of people do go to him for his cover-ups. Why? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't see it personally. I mean, sure, there are worse tattoo artists out there, but there's also much, 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 much better ones as well. Okay, so we have beautiful arts of work like this. Yeah, I mean, it kind of works. I can kind of figure out what it is. It looks like it's meant to be the Northern Lights, some mountains, a lake, flowers. What is the shape of this though? Like, what I don't understand the method behind the rays and the whatever that is, the black work. It's just, it looks like a cover up, and like the aim of a game with a cover up is it's not meant to look like a cover up, you know, like you want to stay away from the heaviness as much as possible, and it's giving cover up. Okay, again, yeah, I mean, I'm all for a space tattoo. I love space. I find it fascinating and scary at the same time. I also find this tattoo scary, but not fascinating. Like, what is this? We also have this one, and honestly, this is probably not that bad, to be honest with you. Like, again, I've seen a lot worse, but I've also seen a lot better. It also still is giving cover-up vibe. His style of artwork or tattoos is just not for me. I don't know, the black work looks patchy. I would love to see this healed, to be honest with you. Like, I can imagine it's not healed that great, because just, yeah, the black work is... So Keith is a very questionable person, to put it politely. All right, that's about as politely as I'm going to be able to put it right now. He has a couple of social media accounts. He has his, like, I guess, personal social media account, but it does just give you an insight as to who he is as a person. I rarely ever see tattoo artists, you know, personal profiles or social media profiles or whatever, right? This way, because it's just so cringe. Like, if I come across a tattoo artist that's like this or post stuff like this, I would instantly never, ever, ever visit that tattoo artist or want to be tattooed by that artist. Even if they, like, do the most amazing tattoos, like this type of social media posting that Keith does that I'm about to show you is just... it's just icky to me, okay? So he posts a lot of these, like, super cringy, like, inspirational crypto bro memes and quotes and stuff. So we've got this one he posted. He captioned it, that part, and it says, "You can go broke and be rich again, but you can't be a hoe then a wife." Okay, cool. Misogyny, love that. And we have this that was captioned, "My cravings lately," and it's just a bunch of money photos, you know, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's me or not, but this kind of thing just gives me the ick. Like, if Tom, my boyfriend, had been posting this before we kind of, like, got together or whatever, like, I saw it on his social media. I mean, Tom doesn't post on his social media much at all, if ever. But I would look the other way. Like, I'm just like, no, like, I can't. This isn't my type of man. No matter what the type of relationship is, whether it's friend, relationship, business, acquaintance, no, I can't. I don't know why. I'm just like, ew. And then, like, this as well. Me and my girlfriend, it's just a bunch of money. Just a bunch of money. Like, I don't... People run in packs because they don't feel safe alone. I run alone because I don't feel safe in packs. That's because you're a predator. Spoiler alert. I mean, we probably all knew where this was going, right? Okay, good. Human predators normally don't run in packs. They try to, you know, be as alone as possible. Like, for example, opening up their own private studios where they can do things with no one there to witness it, okay? So Keith has another Facebook profile for his tattoo studio that was actually pulled down when I was making my notes, but I checked his profile again just before filming this, just in case there was anything that I've missed or anything new or what have you. And his tattoo business profile has now been put back up, but he did try and open a new one. He did open a new Facebook profile. Anyway, this is the post where he announces that it was taken down. It says, "After 10 years of working extremely hard on building my business page to over 105k followers, Facebook took it down. I reported an imposter page for trying to be me and scam people out of deposit money, and bam, they take my page down for impersonation but leave theirs up. Please feel free to follow my new page here, and also don't hesitate to email me for an appointment. This is mind-blowing and difficult, God bless." So I again have empathy for this, because I lost a Instagram page of like 10 years. And I lost so many photos that I hadn't backed up because I'm stupid, but obviously I learned my lesson from now on. Yeah, it sucks that you've worked so hard on a social media page and then, you know, you just lose everything. But he now does have it again, okay? So we don't need to worry about it too much, okay? But I am aware a lot of people have been trying to take down Keith and his studio page, or just him in general, because of everything that he has done. So this probably hasn't been the first time, and I also believe it probably won't be the last time, okay? There are people coming for him. So now we're going to take a look at all the reasons as to why Keith is a terrible person. All right, again, strap in, let's go. So there was one post on Facebook that egged me on to do all of my detective work, and we'll take a look at that later on in this video because it's one of the worst things he's done. I want to like ease you in somewhat gently, okay? It's pretty rock and roll from the get-go, but we'll get there eventually. So I have found a plethora of Facebook posts, screenshots, articles, all about Keith. Again, I was digging pretty hard. I come across a lot of things. And the scary thing is a lot of it is posted on Facebook. And I'm in the UK. I have absolutely no connections to anyone in Pennsylvania. I'm not in a friendship group or in local groups for Pennsylvania. So everything that I have come across are public posts. I dread to think about how many posts there are on people's profiles that are like behind, you know, only friends can see it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like what I've come across is maybe the tip of the iceberg. I feel like there's been a lot more said and done, which again is terrifying. Considering what I did find was terrifying. You know, I come across this Facebook page from Viking Armor Tattoos, which is a tattoo studio. They said, I can positively assume that Keith Eby of Keith Eby Studios in York County has targeted me and my business with harassment. He is making several fake Facebook pages of me and my employees and a TikTok profile and making lewd comments about myself and others. He also made a Gmail account under Brandon Postmoga and is leaving bad reviews on other businesses. Please screenshot these and send them to me for my lawsuit against him. He is also using an alias, Janet Eberly, that he's messaging me before with, which is how I link the activity back to him. He has a fake business called Commercial Flooring Solutions that he uses for harassing others as well. Keith Eby himself is a disgusting woman-abusing creep who also has no decent tattoo work to speak of. And then there was a screenshot of a message attached to this Facebook post. It says, good morning, can you let Brendan know? Someone made a fake account and was posting stuff on the Drop of Ink page. I reported it already, so hopefully it gets taken down. I bet it's that Keith guy trying to create drama. Ugh. So this is obviously a fake profile of the person that owns the Viking Armor tattoo studio, and this fake profile uses this person who owns the studio picture as a profile with a lovely flag there. Sense my sarcasm, please, okay? And then was commenting on random tattoo artists or tattoo studios pages with, oh man, that doesn't look good, book in with me. Like, what the fuck? Like, that is so freaking petty. I can't imagine having so much of a no life that you create accounts for other tattoo studios in your area, and of the people that own the tattoo studios, make them look like hateful, racist, whatever the fuck this Keith is trying to do, to be honest. It's kind of strange how someone that is so, you know, obsessed with making money, as we have seen from the posts he posts on Facebook, you'd think someone that was, you know, really into like the working life, he wouldn't have any time for this behavior, you know? It's almost like it's not true. It's almost like he doesn't get that much work. So that may all seem just like silly Facebook drama to you, but this is where it starts to like really unravel. Now, in the comment section of the post I just read, Viking Armor Tattoos posted a very short clip of a video, and then on top of it, it says stop Keith Eby. So I watched this little clip and I was just like, oh my god, like what is this? Like someone's made like a video about Keith, like what is happening here? So I googled the stop Keith Eby. Right away, a video by someone called Mary J. Phillips popped up from YouTube. This video on YouTube is titled The Keith Eby Story. It is 52 minutes long and it's from February 2022. I will be featuring some videos from Mary's video here, but like I said, it's 52 minutes long. I can't put the whole thing in, otherwise this video will be extra long. And I also believe that this video is actually a live stream, so it was a live stream first and then it was posted to YouTube. I think Mary held the live stream on Facebook, not entirely sure, but every now and then Mary will say hi to someone or what have you. I'll obviously cut all of that out because it just makes this video even longer. Throughout this video, Mary is doing her nails. I just wanted to put it out there in case anyone questions like what is happening in this video clips that I'm posting. I just wanted to give you some context, okay? Also, the clips that I'll be featuring in this video, I've kind of cut down on what have you because again it's a live stream, so there's a lot of like long pauses or ums and ahs or trailing off in another direction. But what I will do is leave a link down below to the full live stream should you want to watch it. So in this video, Mary talks about her experience with Keith. Mary starts off this video / live stream by talking about one of her tattoos.
So this all started because I have a tattoo here. Whether you follow me from modeling, you've known me since high school, I have a tattoo on my sternum, and it says Soul Sisters, excuse me, with a little bit of the yin and yang right there. And these are blue orchids. This tattoo was supposed to be a full piece, covering from here all the way down my sternum inside. I hand drew it, and I went to ask a different artist to tattooed on me. This was when I was 18. So the timeline we're looking at tonight is about 5 years ago. Needless to say, it is not a full piece, nor is it an actual like decent, it's flat. I'm gonna be honest, it's flat. And I'm not in love with it. And for the past 3 years, I've been talking on and off about getting this tattoo covered up.
Mary then talks about how she come across Keith and the type of tattoo she'd like as a cover-up.
Here comes Keith Phoebe. Keith Phoebe was a tattoo artist, is a tattoo artist who came recommended by a friend named Erica. I was excited, so I reached out. I commented on one of the posts. I messaged him. I said, hey, you come highly recommended. Is there any way we could work something out? Can you do a cover-up? And it started off professional. It did. He asked what I wanted to cover up, at which point I went, did one of these numbers, and I didn't show here, I just did what I did on here. I was like, pulled up so you could see the full tattoo. I was like, this is what I need covered, okay? Nothing risque, nothing unprofessional, strict tattoo business. He's like, what are you looking to cover it up with? I want it to be a fox kind of bowing down, coming out. So the fox is going to go here, right? It's going to crawl down. It's going to be surrounded by floral chrysanthemums and gemstones. And it's going to bow, almost like it's coming down a mountain.
Did anyone else get Tattoo Gate flashbacks here? Like, I was like, oh no, not the fox. But yeah, Tattoo Gate was actually after this video because, again, Mary's video was posted in 2022 and Tattoo Gate was 2023, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I think it was. So we can all just settle down here. Okay, let's just calm down. Okay, it's not a Tattoo Gate situation. In Mary's video, she then talks about how communication started with Keith.
About a day later, he goes, why can't I see your profile? And me being me, I couldn't tell if he meant, was I messaging him from my friend profile or was I messaging him from my modeling profile? Because in the Messenger app, even I can't tell the difference sometimes. And I'm like, well, there's 2 accounts. He's like, but I can't see either. Okay, then you're not a friend on either account. You're a tattoo artist. I'm trying to get a tattoo. Plus, I can't friend request a Facebook page. So he's like, all right, what if we text? And I'm like, you know what? Make it simple on myself, sure. Number. So technically, I asked for the number. I was like, number, question mark. And he gave me his number and I texted him like, hey, this is Mary, super excited about this tattoo. Let me know what's going on. He's like, oh, what tattoo? Or something like that. Technically, I could come off of here and like read the exact messages, but the gist of the conversation was not around my tattoo.
As you can imagine, okay, she didn't have a good time communicating with Keith. Yeah.
It was pretty much centered around, hey, I can handle your crazy, talk to me about it. And I'm like, I don't know you that well. You don't need to handle my crazy. what we need to do is figure out this tattoo. And then I kind of caught on because, frankly, for me, it's not that difficult anymore. I do the same thing with any random guy in my inbox trying to get some, or pretty much say they know the model. And I'm very rude about it after the first 2 times. This was his first time, so I was like, you know, is this really about my modeling? He's like, I mean, ... So essentially, he wasn't gonna do my tattoo. He wanted other attention. And I was like, dude, if you can't keep this professional, lose the number, lose the client. Like, we're done. And that was it for me.
Mary was very, very lucky that Keith displayed red flags very early on in their communication. Mary has said that she is a model, so with that comes some very creepy, sleazy men. So she is very experienced in, you know, noticing the red flags, luckily. And Mary noticed them and shut it down very, very quickly. But if Mary hadn't had previous experiences with creepy men that give off red flags, who knows how this could have gone for Mary. You know, like, this could have taken a very, very dark turn because, again, spoiler alert, Keith is a predator. There's a chance this could have gone very, very badly. Mary then talks about the fact that she alerted the friend that recommended Keith to her to say, hey, like, Keith's behavior is really, really strange, which then leads into a whole social media expose.
I shot my friend Erica a screenshot of it. I was like, hey, do you actually know this guy personally, or have you heard of him? Like, this is kind of how he treated me. And she's like, that's kind of disgusting. I've never had that problem. And at that time, I don't think her and I really knew what was going on. And then this morning she messages me, right? And she's like, hey, he's kind of a creep. And I'm like, I'm waking up, I'm trying to see my message. And she made a post. And it expanded enormously. It went from my post, my talking about it, to her post. And then she's like, hey, this isn't just us. More people are talking about it. Guys, Keith Ebby, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Google him. There are so many 1-star reviews for this reason. So many girls are going, hey, yo, he did this, he's kind of grunge. It's not okay. There are some pretty grotesque encounters. I won't quote them all. The one post some of you may have seen before it got taken down essentially highlighted another case. And then there was a comment where somebody spoke up and was like, he wanted sex instead of money, and I offered to pay in cash. She had quoted herself saying she was maybe 19 at the time. You have these artists out here asking others for sex instead of money because they can. Think about that. We're finding this out, and I made my own post, and a girl commented on my post. She was like, yo, I've been waiting for this. She came on my post and stated she was waiting for somebody to talk about him so she could share. Let that sink in.
Tattoo artists like this are some of the most vile humans to walk this planet. There's no dancing around this. Like, vile, disgusting excuses of humans. Using the natural trust that tattoo clients have for their tattoo artists to take advantage of them. And what we've heard here is quite literally the tip of the iceberg, like I've been saying. Like, it gets worse. We even have his family calling him out.
And then a couple hours ago, or about an hour ago, was when I got home, I noticed it was taken down. You couldn't see the post anymore. Evie had family comment and say, this is like my brother-in-law. He's been doing this for years. I'm not the first, and it's been going on for years. I was talking to Erica, and these comments, the family was like, the only way he's gonna be stopped is if all of the women press charges.
For the most part, when it comes to things like this, most family members would be like, oh no, my boy would never, ever do that. No, little old Keith, no, he's an angel, he would never. You're all whores, you're all clout chasing. Keith has a lot going for him, he's very well known on Facebook, like, you all just want clout from him. You know the deal, right? When someone defends their family members or close friends from being a predator, they're like, no, that would never be them. Like, no, don't be stupid. All the women are lying. We've seen it before, right? But the fact that Keith's own family have ratted him out, it just shows how bad it is. It just shows how terrible of a person he is. It's bad.
At first I was trying to figure out, what would the goal behind this be? If we all press charges, what would that look like? And it's a lot to think about in one day. And I don't think I want a financial gain. This isn't about money. This is about taking someone out of a profession where they could potentially cause harm to others, not just physically, but to their mental well-being. It does a lot. We decided, what if we took his license for tattooing? We pressed charges and we asked for them to remove his license. But she made the point that tattoo artists can still tattoo without a license. So from there, we went, and I think the goal of this is to have him labeled as a predator. I don't want him tattooing other people. And if he does, I want them to at least be able to look him up and see, hey, he's done this before. You're not alone. Just know. Maybe some more people will share their stories. The more we talk about it, the bigger chance there is at stopping it from happening to somebody else. Stopping it from being more than just what Erica and I went through, but closer to what these other women are going through. Keith Abbey is one of those cases where it is not just one, it's not even 5, it's 30 plus people. Do we really want to let that get to 100? Do I really want to be the person that knew about this years down the road when somebody else goes, this progressed and I feel alone, but it's not okay? If I were to ever find out something major happened past this point involving him and somebody else, I would feel guilty. But right now it just starts with raising awareness. Maybe that's all I have to do,
I fully understand Mary's passion. It's something that runs through my veins like fire also. I've made a lot of content on this type of subject before because heck, if my videos help one person stay safe, then that is good enough for me. That's one less person that has a story. I also just love to have my foot on predators' necks. I will not take my foot off. Sure, I am just one woman with a smallish platform. I don't have that many subscribers, like, I'm not a huge deal by any means. My voice will never change the industry, nor will Mary's, because, well, the tattoo industry is bigger than us, like, there is not many people at all that will ever be able to change the tattoo industry. It will definitely have to be a teamwork effort at some point, but the more it's spoken about, and the more awareness there is for these issues, and the more that tattoo clients see the red flags, and the more that people call out predators' names, the smaller the predators' spaces get, okay? We need to hone in on these people and make it very, very difficult for them to become tattoo artists or to carry on being tattoo artists. Because like I've said in many videos, a tattoo artist's reputation is everything. And if a tattoo artist has a bad reputation, less and less work goes through their doors, and that is the aim of the game for now, until the industry has some regulations.
Oh my god, she's right. Erica just messaged me a different hashtag. Alright, Erica, I don't know if you're watching this. She's right. It's not just Keith Phoebe. She made the point in Messenger that there are a lot of men going around doing this, using their profession to prey on women, and that's incredibly true. Erica found something in the UK. Like, this is a big issue. but I'll say it once more because I'm wrapping up the mani here. And then I'll leave everything else as a replay. And I'll probably take it and post it on my Instagram as well. Just for awareness. Because we have to get this going. We have to circulate this. So do me a favor, guys. 4 of you left. Do me a favor and share this. I will make it public when I post this, but share this. Share this for those who are afraid to talk about Keith Eby. Share this for the awareness. Maybe when you share it, you'll find out somebody in your friend group relates to it. And you'll be just as shocked as I will. We had 30 people today. 30 people just today.
Mary is right. I've said it once and I'll say it again and I'll keep on saying it. The tattoo industry is rife with predators. Of course, not all tattoo artists are horrible people. There are some amazing, lovely ones out there. But like I just said, the tattoo industry is incredibly unregulated. There is no safeguarding practices in place whatsoever for tattoo clients. Nothing. There is nothing there to protect you. There is absolutely no rules on how a tattoo artist can treat you or behave around you. It's case by case scenario per tattoo artist. They make up their own rules and how they believe that you should be treated. There is no guidelines. It's terrifying. And sure, you as a tattoo client can go to the police and report a tattoo artist if they have been very, very inappropriate towards you. But this type of behavior is rarely ever taken seriously. It's rarely ever taken seriously in the outside world, let alone in the tattoo world. Because a tattoo artist can easily turn around and say, well, yeah, of course, I touched them there. It's my job. It's my job to touch them there. You know, that's how tattoos are done. I have to physically touch a person. And for this client to say I touched them inappropriately is completely wrong and false. And this has happened so many times. So many times. Tattoo artists get away with this all the freaking time. Okay, so moving on from Mary's video, I come across this post on Facebook. It's from someone called Christy who has reshared someone else's post. Okay, I just wanted to give credit to the person that I found this off first. So Christy shared this. Okay, Christy shared it this year on the 23rd of December, but the original post from Danielle is from the 30th of August 2022. Like I've said, people have been coming for Keith for years, all right, and people are just bringing stuff up to be like, hey, don't forget about this, which I fully understand. So Danielle said, I inquired about a tattoo cover-up from this guy. He wanted $1,200 for my foot, which I thought was a little expensive, but that's not the point. Knowing he wanted $1,200, I thought a full sleeve cover-up would be like $5,000. So I asked if he could just explain why a small foot cover-up versus a whole sleeve was so similar in price. This was his professional response. I've seen posts about him being very rude towards women, but I thought his work was good, so I wanted to give him a chance. Better luck next time. I mean, me personally, if I knew a tattoo artist had a reputation of being rude, I don't care how good their work is in my eyes. Again, Keith's work isn't good, but this person thinks so. Art is in the eye of the beholder at the end of the day. But I personally just wouldn't give a tattoo artist the time of day if I know that they are rude. Just a bit weird to me. This is the message exchange between Danielle and Keith. It starts off saying flowers, question mark. I feel like Danielle probably said, how much is the cost of a bunch of flowers or something like that. Danielle says, oh, okay, I didn't expect it to be that much. I'll definitely think about it. I do like your work. And then she sends a picture of some work that Keith has done and asks, how much was this? Keith replies $2,000. Danielle then says, can I ask why my foot cover-up would be $1,200 then? It's pretty small compared to this entire arm. Keith then replies, so you really want me to take time out of my busy day to explain to someone who clearly doesn't have many tattoos to explain to you why I choose the price I choose for your foot. Even if I explain it to you, it is not going to make the price go down. I would like to live in a $500,000 house, but I can't afford it. But I can't afford it. I think that's meant to be. I don't call realtors and homeowners asking why they choose the price for that house. I just move on. Good luck to you and God bless. Which, okay, that's honestly, even though he has put this very rudely, in my opinion, like it's not very nice or respectful, I understand it. You probably shouldn't question people's prices, but also it is honestly a bit odd that this tattoo artist would do like a big arm tattoo. I wouldn't call it a sleeve. It looks like just like an arm tattoo, like goes down the arm. It's not like all the way around, if that makes sense, like a sleeve. But still, it is a bit odd how a small foot tattoo cover up is $1,200, but he did that big large tattoo for $2,000. You know, like I too would be like, that's a bit strange. Keith then carries on saying, you literally have a big blob on your foot. The foot hurts really bad, so I have to comfort you and make sure you don't pass out. Imagine if all tattoo artists start factoring in the fact that they are tattooing a painful placement for you, so they have to charge you a bit more because, you know, it might be a bit more of a difficult session. I mean, that would just be impossible because, like I always say in my videos, what hurts for me doesn't hurt for you. Every client is different. There's just no way you can factor in that, you know. So say I go for a hand tattoo and the tattoo artist is like, oh, that's going to hurt you, so we're going to charge you a bit more for that. But what if that hand tattoo doesn't hurt for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so freaking stupid. Like, come off it. What a grifter. Keith then carries on saying, I also have to hope your feet don't stink. And if they do, I have to deal with that for hours. I have to rack my brain to come up with a design to cover your big blob because this shit isn't easy. Obviously, or you would have already found someone who can do it. I have multiple awards from the biggest tattoo conventions in the world stating that I am one of the top elite artists around. Funny how I had never heard of this tattoo artist in my life, considering I make tattoo content. I know a lot of tattoo artists, not personally, I just know of their work and, you know, who they are because they're, you know, big names in the industry. I've never heard of Keith. The reason I heard of Keith is because of his creepiness. People know of Keith because of his reputation of being a predator, not because of his work, not because of his awards, because he's a nasty ass man. This is when it just gets even more cringe and worse. I have been on the news. I started tattooing at the age of 12. I have a tattoo featured on Disney Plus channel. Grown ass man bragging about the fact that there is probably some 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old on Disney Plus with his tattoo. Like a literal minor, probably, on the Disney Plus channel. Damn. We're talking about royalty right now. I also have to adjust to whatever personality you have for 3 to 5 hours while I do your tattoo and act like I like you even if I don't. I also have to deal with people who can't afford correct high quality tattoos ask me why I chose the price I did every single day. I hope this is what you wanted to hear. I wish you all the best on your journey. And then Danielle replied, that's funny, I've heard such horrible things about you, but I think your work is amazing, so I was going to give you a chance. Never mind. I mean, that was a mistake, to be honest, but okay, that's fine. It's your life, your choice, whatever. So yeah, that kind of shows you what a wonderful man Keith is to talk to this, you know, person just asking and inquiring about a tattoo and the price. And yes, okay, sometimes you probably just shouldn't, you know, question an artist and why they're charging you that. But what Danielle asked really did not warrant that response, you know, to assume that her feet stink. What the fuck? And then to just like brag about all of these awards that you have and how notable you are, but literally nobody's ever really heard of you. I guess the majority of people watching this video have never heard of Keith. You haven't, have you? No, probably not, unless you live in Pennsylvania maybe, and then obviously his reputation is why you know of him, right? Like, come on. Let's be serious, Keith. Wind it in, it's embarrassing. So here are some comments on this Facebook post. What in the world? He's ridiculous. He actually did a foot cover-up tattoo for me 5 years ago for $200. And you know what? Out of my 17 tattoos, it's my least favourite. Colour me shocked. He was supposed to do my tattoo. I sent him a $300 deposit just for him to cancel and never return my $300 when he was the one who cancelled. This is very broke bitch behaviour, Keith. For someone that works hard to get their money. I think the work hard needs to be replaced with scam. Imagine just taking someone's $300 and being okay with it. Like, I could never. Like, if I owe someone money for whatever reason, like someone's bought tickets for something and they're like, oh, this is like £25 or £50 or whatever, I have to send it immediately. Like, I don't care what I'm doing. I have to send that money immediately. I can't owe anyone anything like that. Oh, anxiety. I can't. Just holding on to people's money like this. Broke behavior. Oh my god, I had a terrible experience with him about 7 years ago. Here's a joke. And then Danielle said, do tell. We love a queen that just loves the tea. Okay. I asked for a cover up on my back and he made this huge design that was not what I asked for and kept pressuring me to get my entire chest done. Then messaged me asking for me to make a deposit and schedule the outline. He kept trying to get me to do a tattoo he drew that I kept politely trying to tell him I didn't want one that big and all over my chest. At the time on Facebook, people were commenting about him asking for money way ahead of time, then cancelling appointments and not being dependable. Def do not recommend him, and that was back in 2016. I still have all the Facebook messages. And then Danielle said, I have heard of him doing that. I don't know why I even inquired based on the shit I knew about him, but I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, going back to the person that said that Keith was pressuring them to get a chest tattoo. A chest. Like, I'm sorry, that's just red flags. Okay? A tattoo artist should never pressure you to get a tattoo. Ever. But for it to be on someone's chest, it's just a red flag to me. Why wasn't it on this person's arm? Why wasn't it on this person's leg? Why on the chest? I mean, we can all kind of figure out why, right? I don't need to spell it out to you. There's also this delightful post from Keith's studio page. Show off those chest tattoos. The fact that there is, like, no interaction on this either. Like, it's so embarrassing. Sir. Oh my god. He keeps trying to fuck me in exchange for ink. Ew. That should just never, that shouldn't be a thing, okay? Like, I know, I'm not dumb, obviously, well, I am, but not in this case, okay? But I know that there are relationships that do happen between tattoo clients and tattoo artists. Obviously, it happens, okay? But for the most part, it's normally, you know, something that builds up over tattoo appointments or maybe just one appointment, and, you know, the client and the tattoo artist gets on really well. They have a lot of things in common. Then they might see each other outside of a tattoo appointment or whatever. You know, anything that happens that is consensual between two people, not just one, the tattoo artist that has more power, but, you know, the tattoo artist and the client, a mutual thing, that's all okay, that's fine. But a tattoo artist, you know, going up to their client or a person and saying, hey, like, I will tattoo you if you let me go to Pound Town with you, fucking disgusting. He was literally accused of sexually assaulting multiple of his female clients like 6 months ago, so don't forget that. What a disgusting person. Okay, now moving on to another Facebook post. This is from someone called Billy. Billy has actually made a couple of posts about Keith. Billy keeps coming for him, and it's honestly nice to see because Billy is a tattoo artist himself. It's nice to see a male tattoo artist calling out another male tattoo artist for his predatory behavior, because we honestly don't see it that often. We really don't, because there is, like I've said before, this thing called the boys club where the majority of male tattoo artists will protect other male tattoo artists and not say anything, you know, defend them, say, no, that's not true, that would never happen. But we've got Billy over here, which is one of the good ones, okay? So he said, when you get to redo, rework, fix a Keith Eby masterpiece, just wait till I'm done with it. So as we can see, that is definitely a Keith piece underneath there, because it's all that, like, whatever he does with his tattoo, that like wishy-washy swirly-whirliness, and then Billy is putting like a bird over it, which looks pretty cool, to be honest. That line work is very, very nice and clean. And then another post of this tattoo that I think he's working on. It looks like it's the same person, to be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure, but he's putting some skulls over this other skull situation from Keith. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the skulls look really good. But like I was saying, Billy has been coming for Keith. Not just, you know, fixing Keith's work, but coming for him also. So Billy shared this screenshot from Keith's tattoo business Facebook page where there is a picture of... I can't. Okay, I'm fine. Where there is a picture of Keith holding a gun. It's just even more, it's quite funny for me, honestly, when I see stuff like this, because I'm from England. I don't see this from men. The most cringiest thing we have from men in the UK is them holding, like, fish up. I don't know why I find that kind of cringy. I don't know, it's just one of those things. But holding a gun is, like, even more cringy to me. Just, what the... Like, all right, Tom Cruise, calm down. So Keith posted, again, a picture of him holding a gun with this caption. There's been a lot of people posting false stuff about me, and that's fine. I know it's another tattoo shop, but if you pull up to my place of employment, I'm dumping on you. I'm emptying the whole clip. Just letting you know, I mean this kindly. Cool. Yeah. Right. And I just find it kind of funny how he's, like, hiding behind this weapon when he is actually the biggest threat. Not the gun. The gun's not the biggest threat. Him himself is the biggest threat, especially towards women. Anyway, but he said, this dude is the biggest clown I've ever seen in my life, predatory and inappropriate towards females, thinks he's God's gift to tattooing, and now threatening people with a gun wearing body armor on social media. Fucking clown. And he called it a clip. On a serious note, anyone that deals with Keith Eby, please just be cautious, especially you young females and females in general. He sexually harasses, or worse, almost every female he comes into contact with. And then in another separate post, Billy posted a screenshot from Keith's tattoo business page that says, negative promotion is better than no promotion. Don't you people watch the news? Do you realize Eminem made his whole career off of negative promo? Thank you guys, from the bottom of my heart. I did something right, because if I wasn't a person of value, I would not be going viral right now. Infamy. Imagine celebrating the fact that you have a reputation of being a predator and being like, oh, you know, I'm just as famous as Eminem. You know, like Eminem has had bad rap. So, woo, look at me. I would rather die than be known as a predator. I literally couldn't think of anything worse. So Billy said on this post, well, so he's actually proud of going viral for being a disgusting sexual predator who preys on his clients using his position of influence and stalking, harassing 90% of the females he interacts with. Great guy here. So the next post from Billy, oh God. So I'm going to describe the picture to you. I'm not going to post the actual full picture in its glory because I need to censor it a lot. But it's basically a picture of a woman butt-ass naked from the waist down, and she has a sticker over her private area, but it's very, very low down. Like, it's very low on the pubic bone, if you know what I'm saying. And it's basically just to show off a tattoo. I'll flag it up now, the censored version. After doing some digging, it does seem this person was Keith's girlfriend at the time. So he has like her consent to post it or what have you, maybe. And yes, there is a more of a personal relationship there. It's not a client as such, but I think he has done stuff like this in the past as well with clients. I personally believe that even yes, this may be his girlfriend, you should still not be posting photos like this of your work as a professional tattoo artist. You should allow a client or make a client wear underwear, like a thong. Literally, a thong is fine. We don't need to be this butt-ass naked. We get the point. We would still be able to see the majority of the tattoo with this person wearing a thong. Please and thank you. It's just so unprofessional in my opinion. And I myself would never go to a tattoo artist that exposes their clients like this. I've seen it many times. I've actually made a video about it ages ago, discussing the fact that a lot of male tattoo artists will basically make their clients take photos half naked. Not even half naked, like practically naked. And it's just... So Billy said, this is not only completely unprofessional and inappropriate, but completely shameful. There is quite literally never an excuse to have your client completely bottomless, wearing nothing but a sticker. Now, to add to the fact that he's got a camera focused directly on his work area, and you can do the math as to what is probably all over his hard drive. I don't know what needs to happen to stop this man from victimizing females, but something needs to be done. This man has been charged with stalking, harassment multiple times now. Spoiler alert. And then tagged some news channels and what have you. And yeah, so the camera situation, apparently his studio has a couple of cameras in there continuously filming for, you know, safety purposes. You know, any regular tattoo artist that has cameras in their studio for safety reasons, okay, cool. I guess I understand that, especially if you've maybe had a couple of break-ins or what have you, or your studio is in a rough area. And you would hope that after a while that footage is wiped and not looked at for any sinister reasons, of course. But with Keith being a massive predator, the fact that there is reported at least a couple of cameras in his studio, I mean, terrifying. So there's another post I come across about this situation of the woman that is butt-ass naked. This is from someone called Heather. Since my favourite tattoo artist has posted 3 photos, 2 videos and a story of a woman he tattooed. This is a woman he tattooed over a C-section scar. His posts have her with no pants on or nothing. Just a small square sticker on her cooch. That's it. He's plastering her photo video everywhere. And it's not just a one-time thing. He can be doing a small back tattoo and he's got a woman full or topless. Why? Exactly why you don't need to. Not to mention he has security cameras up all over his studio that he lives in. So not only did he take your naked pictures with his cell phone, he's got it on video too. When you are going for a tattoo, if your artist wants you naked, leave. If your artist wants naked photos, videos, leave. This is so unprofessional, inappropriate. This is no tattoo that you need to be naked for. With this type of tattoo, you could just wear a thong, or you can get these like privacy covers that they use in like films and what have you. It's like a triangle, and then it wraps around, you know, the under part of you, and it's made out of like wire and what have you. Like, there's ways you can be a lot more covered than a sticker, that's for sure. What should you wear if you're getting tattoos in intimate locations? Bikinis work great, which, yeah, great, that is true. Tie string ones are perfect. Get some double-sided tape, stick the edges on, so when you need to untie the string on the side, everything stays covered. Great tip. Fantastic tip. I 100% promise people can visualize the tattoo with a small string covering it. And people might say, oh, what about the fabric being on like a new tattoo? Like, is that not going to be unhygienic or what have you? You know, when the tattoo artist is taking a photo, just put some cling film on the tattoo, put the bikini or underwear over the top of it. You'll be fine. Or second skin or what have you. Like, there are so many ways around this. Commenting keywords when people do searches to find him. Do not go to this artist. And then there's a bunch of like keywords there. And then a comment from this Facebook post says, Keith did my hand tattoo and bed. I think that might mean and he totally ruined my hand. I'm not sure. Typo. Anyway, he proceeded trying to get me to do something extra for him in exchange back when he had his studio in his apartment in Front Street, Harrisburg. Huge creep. And then this person dropped some screenshots of messages from Keith. And this is where we get to see Keith's harassment side. It basically just gives every lonely, needy ass man in your DMs. I'm sure we've all encountered it. You know, the ones that don't stop messaging you even though you ignore them. They just keep on coming back. And it's like, get the hint. Man can't get the hint. So Keith said, get an Uber and come ride me. Just you. Scared. You got to see my dick. I'm not sure the context of this. A little part of me probably thinks it was an unsolicited dick pic. Maybe not. I don't know. But I never got to see your pussy. Send me a pic or video. Prefer video. Fuck you then. Because obviously she didn't reply for a while because there's a gap there. Wow. Bring all my male friends. It's just me. Come fuck me. Now, I'm not going anywhere. Send me a video of you. Nah. Where you at? Working till 2. Come here. This was November 18th. Months later, with no response, Keith says, hey. And then the person replies, hi, yo, how the fuck you been? Well, and you? Great. Are you in town? No. Okay. And then a couple of days later, Keith says, yo. And then a few more days later, Keith says, hey. And then this person responds saying, how are you? Sorry about your mum. Bored AF. No response. Then, hey. Like, bro, get the fucking hint. Get the hint. The desperation is so disgusting. Like, how are you not embarrassed? How are you not embarrassed? And then here's another Facebook post that I come across from someone called Alona or Alona. I'm probably saying that really wrong. She said, never gonna not share. Get his license revoked. And then it is a post from Keith. When you post pictures of your butt cheeks sticking out the bottom of your shorts, of course I'm a get in your inbox. Mouthful. I'm a fucking man, dickhead. It's very much giving, well, what do you expect when you're dressed like that? Of course I'm going to behave like that when you're dressed like that. It's not my fault. I can't control myself. I'm just a man. It's funny how a lot of men can control themselves, and they don't use their manhood as an excuse. It's just the lonely little boys that act like this. I'm tired of these girls exposing motherfuckers, I think it means motherfuckers, for being in their DMs. I mean, yeah, if you're going to be creepy, women have every right to expose your creepy ass. Bro, I have a penis. Good for you. I was put on this planet to procreate. I'm a fucking mammal. I want to have sex. Lots of sex. Keep your shit covered up and we won't be in your inbox, dumbass. I'm sorry, even if a girl is butt-ass naked, it's not an invitation. It's not an invitation. When are gonna understand this, okay? Women should be allowed to be butt-ass naked without creeps. Stop objectifying women. Okay, in my notes section, when I make videos like this, I obviously have to write down a ton of notes because there's so many screenshots, I would get lost. I've just got a bunch of I've basically got screenshots of Keith messaging someone. I don't know who or where I got these screenshots from. But it's basically of Keith messaging someone, okay? Being, again, incredibly needy. We've basically got a bunch of haze, face palms, nars, wow, can't say hi, hi, thumbs up, just constant spamming, harassment, non-stop, gross, disgusting, over months and months and months as well. Like, get the fucking... like, how? I don't understand why I'm in like this. Anyway, moving on to another Facebook post. We have this post from someone called Casey. And this is from 2020, okay? She said, so here it is, y'all, Keith E.B. First off, I'm sorry for all the vulgar language, but this needs to be known. I shared a post about him being completely unprofessional and gave him a bad review on Google. He went out of his way to find me on Facebook to message me and harass me. Are we shocked? No. He deleted his Facebook and business page, but still had Messenger. This is a pattern from Keith, by the way. With social media now, you can like delete or hide your profile so people can't find you. And then you can like pick it back up again, you know, log into it and it's all there for you still. Like all your photos, posts and all sorts. So I know Keith has done that a few times. Anyway, I wasn't going to post this, but I decided to because I don't want any of my friends or family to ever come in contact with this guy. To be clear, I do not have any tattoos done by him. I've never met him or talked to him prior to today. But the girl had proof of him being completely unprofessional, and that's enough for me to never go to someone no matter how good their work may be. If you still associate with him, please remove yourself from my friend. I know there is like this thing where some people are like, should you really leave reviews on business pages of businesses you've never actually attended to? Like, I'm always in two minds. I'm like, well, yeah, because then you kind of take away from actual people that have experiences with this business or persons. Like, the real stories will get, you know, lost in a sea of fake stories or fake reviews. But then another part of me is like, well, the more reviews and the more people that are talking about how bad this person is, the better, because then people will take it more seriously if they see a bunch of negative reviews, you know. But then also with review bombing, reviews end up being shut down, if that makes sense. Like if there's all of a sudden an increase of bad negative reviews, for example, Google will just like not post or delete any of the like review bombings, if that makes any sense. It's tough. So within this post from Casey, she shared a video of her messages from Keith, and some of them have voice messages. Okay, it's a lot. Remember, again, this is meant to be a professional tattoo artist.
You're more than welcome to stop messaging me at any time. Bye. How about you suck a dick? Bye. How about you air these nuts out? Bye, bitch.
And just to be clear, I'm recording this before he removes the rest of these messages. That way I can protect myself if he does decide to get more vulgar or make any threats towards me or my family.
I am fucking tough. I don't gotta sound tough. I am tough. I'm not hard to find, so get all your fucking people to come find me. We'll see what the fuck happens. Stop messaging me, leave me the fuck alone, and suck a motherfucking dick. How about you suck a fat fucking dick and leave me alone? Stop messaging me. Goodbye. Take your boring ass 1-star review leaving, don't know the information, going off of whatever the fuck information you want to go off, dumbass, illiterate, broke bitch. Leave me alone, whore. Look, if you didn't want to suck a dick, keep your motherfucking mouth closed, bitch. Stop messaging me. You're bored, you're broke, you have no life. Get away from me. You suck, you stink. You're ugly as fuck. Bye.
Yeah.
How's that for professional, fat girl? You're still messaging me. Stop messaging me. Nobody gives a fuck about you or your fucking review. Suck a dick. You motherfuckers think because you leave me a bad review, people are gonna stop fucking getting tattooed by me. You're fucking stupid. You made a fucking 1-star review off of a Facebook post from somebody else's experience. You're a fucking fat lame, you fucking whore.
This is my favorite one.
No keyboard, bitch. I'm a real warrior. Like I said, I'm not hard to find. So, round up the troops and come see me. We'll see how much of a keyboard warrior I am. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop messaging me. I don't give a fuck about you. You're a lame. You're a bum. You're stupid. You probably work at Kmart. You probably make minimum wage. I'd say $10 to $15 an hour. Your life sucks. You're trash. You're ugly. You're stupid. Leave me the fuck alone. Bye.
These are such bold words from a man that looks like this. Like, don't be coming for people's looks when you don't look like Aaron Taylor Johnson yourself. Sir. Okay? Keith is not a fine specimen of a human physically and mentally. He is quite literally a cesspit of a person. Don't be throwing stones in glass houses. And to talk to a woman like that is so vile. Like, then I have a screenshot here. I think this was in the comments section of the post that I just read out. It says, warning, creep alert. So here is a local tattoo artist that I was looking to book with to have a cover up done. I commented on one of his posts on his page and asked, how do I go about booking with him? Then he messaged me from his private page and I'll let the screenshots share the rest. I don't have the screenshots. So again, all I have is this screenshot of the post. The unsent message said, can I suck on them? Talking about my breasts, sexualizing my breast after I asked if I could have a tattoo while breastfeeding. I wondered why he asked if I'm healed up. What the fuck kind of question is that to ask? I'm imagining healed up from giving birth, right? Obviously he unsent the message because he knew he was crossing a line. Like, what were you expecting me to say? Harrisburg's finest, everyone, women beware. He may want to tattoo you or he may just want to be a creepy weirdo. That's putting it politely. Moving on to another Facebook post. This is from Jennifer. In 2019, just a fun little public service announcement, especially for the tattoo enthusiasts and women in general. Keith Eby from Creative Inc. So this is when he had his other tattoo studio. Yeah, Keith Eby from Creative Inc. is a total scumbag. After 2 attempts to get me to sleep with him for cash or tattoos, he blocked me on Instagram. While his tattoo work is bomb as fuck, I honestly, maybe I'm in the wrong here, but I honestly don't think his work is bomb as fuck. Like, I really don't understand the appeal. And he's incredibly talented. Okay. He's scummy to say the least. I did my best to deflect, but it got to the point where I was too insulted to not speak up. I'm sorry, wrong person. In other news, I need someone to finish my Batgirl tattoo and then do the rest of my comic sleeve. So this is the messages between Keith and Jennifer. Keith said, you working? Jennifer said, no, I only work Thursdays and every other Friday, Saturday. Damn. Haha. What? I don't know. I don't work much. I know. Work for me. Haha. Psych. Free tattoos for life right now. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you involved now? What do you mean? I'm always busy with the kids and I don't party. Can I come over a little later? I think you have the wrong idea about me. I'm sorry, wrong person. Except you've done this before in previous messages, offering free tattoos for sex. It's pretty insulting when I gave you honest business. And then we have another Facebook post here from Alana. Again, saying her name very wrong. She shared someone else's post saying, fucking Keith Eby at it again, yo. And then the post she shared is from someone called Britt. Facebook removed my post, so let's try this again. There's a tattoo artist in Etters whose reputation for being a creep is well known and who felt it appropriate to stare down my 8-year-old daughter today at Rutters. So stay vigilant and keep your kids close friends. Now, of course, this may just be innocent, but even from me, someone who isn't a parent, I know that mothers know when people are being creepy. Like, it's a motherly instinct thing, you know, like if you see a man stare down your child, you just know, right? Like, I don't know, maybe some mothers can confirm down below, like, you would know. And considering what we've seen already from Keith, would we put it past him to be at least a little bit weird towards an 8-year-old girl? I'm personally gonna say no. I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't. And then another post from Alana. Bro, please. Keith Eby is fucking sick, dude. And it is a reshare from Billy, who we spoke about earlier, who said, has to run a fake name on dating apps because they found his background out and banned him. Homeboy's got enough docket pages to make a book. So here is a screenshot of Keith, and then you can just about see his head down there, of, what app is this? I'm gonna say Tinder. think this might be Tinder, I'm not sure. But the name is Kyle, 42. Multi-award winning tattoo artist, God, 37, not 42. And like I said earlier, Keith is, 37. But yeah, imagine having to use a different name on dating apps, because if you search his name, stuff will come up. And people do search people that they come across on dating apps, just in case. Just in case, okay? Because on dating apps, you're only going to say the good things about you. You're not going to say, oh, by the way, I have a criminal record. I'm known as a predator within the tattoo industry. But hey, at least I have a tattoo on Disney Plus. And then here is an array of things, legal things, against Keith. And I did check. This is all correct. This isn't fake. This isn't Photoshop. This is legit. This is legit, because I didn't want to spread, misinformation here. We have just a ton of court situations going on here. A lot. We've got them dating from 2021 all the way up to 2011. We've got 2024 going on here. And then we've got more here. 2009, 2024, 2011, 2020, 2009. Like, you get the point here. It just keeps on going. There's more. 2023, 2020, 2022, 2021, and then there's this from October of this year. We've got a communication situation, harassment, not shocking, criminal trespass, and harassment again, subject to other or physical contact. He has harassment charges. And then there's this one as well from November of this year. Stalking, harassment. And then I come across this article about him, about the situation. Police, man caught stalking woman in vehicle. Northumberland, PA. A Lancaster County man was caught stalking and following a woman in her vehicle in Northumberland. Keith Allen Eby Jr., 37, of Etters, faces charges for the alleged incident from November 13. Eby has been told one day prior by a district magistrate not to make contact with the accuser. Here's what happened according to the officer Rachel Shear of Northumberland Police. The woman told police Eby had been waiting in an alley at the 200 block of Orange Street until she drove by and passed him. When she stopped at a stop sign, Eby pulled out of the alley. The woman continued to her nearby residence and parked. Eby then pulled up next to her vehicle. She began recording Eby with her phone as he asked her several times why she won't talk with him. And we all know what he's like. He is very persistent. To put it politely, it's harassment. It's harassment. She told Eby he was not allowed to be there and he was going to get in trouble because he's on probation and will be arrested. The accuser noticed the license plate number of Eby's vehicle as he drove away. A short time after, Eby repeatedly called the accuser from an anonymous number. At one point, Eby forgot to block his number. It's not the brightest tool in the shed. Surprise. Are we shocked? No. Police filed misdemeanor stalking, harassment and related summaries against Eby at the office of District Judge Rachel West, I think that is, or Weast. Eby posted $500 monetary bail. Okay, that obviously says $50,000. I don't know where I got $500 from. I don't know what happened there, sorry. But this goes to show this man has a big criminal record and even stalking, harassment and what have you, and he's still allowed to be a tattoo artist. He's still allowed. There's nothing stopping him. There's nobody out there saying, oh no, you can't do this now because you are a literal stalker and you're harassing women. There is no one out there saying, oh, you can't be a tattoo artist now. It is terrifying. Terrifying, because in many industries, if someone acted like this, they would lose their job or be suspended until the case is resolved or what have you, or looked at. Now, if you remember from earlier in this video, I know this video is very long, I do apologize. But if you remember earlier in the video, I said that there was one Facebook post that led me to investigate this person, Keith. Okay, this person. He's not even worthy of a name anymore. This person. It is screenshots from Keith's TikTok that doesn't exist anymore because, again, he likes to delete stuff as soon as he's in trouble. So Tara said, someone stop this man. You can delete my comments, but this evidence is out there. Let's take a closer look at these, shall we? It is a bed and it says, stairway to heaven, ladies. And the caption says, I have a bedroom at my tattoo shop. Just saying, Keith Eby Studios. There is no reason to have a bed in a tattoo studio. And here is a picture of the inside of Keith's tattoo studio. As you can see, the walls are basically wood within this studio, just like the bedroom. And as you can see in the photo, there is a stairway just there. So the bedroom or the bed is literally just up those stairs. You know, like, and then there is another photo post from Keith's TikTok. It is a photo of him in all his glory. Okay. The caption says, all the sexy ladies, HMU. I don't know what HMU is. I've seen it before. HMU means hit me up. All the sexy ladies, hit me up for tattoos 24/7. We can trade in whatever, cuddles and whatnot. You get me. And then it's tagged Ink Master. Oh, Ink Master has their own problems, let alone having anything to do with you, honey, okay? We've got some more cringe for your day, if you can handle any more. We have a post from 2021 where Keith has posted some pictures of him with some Ink Master contestants. Then we have another post from 2016 with Kyle, again from Ink Master. And then we have this. I am applying for Ink Master Season 14. Wish me luck. I mean, he didn't get very far. Wonder why. I'm sure it took the researchers from Ink Master to do a second of research into Keith when they saw his application and thought, ooh, absolutely not. Not touching that with a barge pole, thank you very much. So yeah, I don't think Keith will fulfill his dream of being an Ink Master anytime soon. Thank God. We don't need to give this man any more bragging rights, please. So another thing I come across is posts on Reddit about Keith. Like, this thing is, like, broad. It's not just on Facebook. So there's this post, Keith Eby Studios review. I was recently at Keith Eby Studios tattoo shop in Etters, PA, and found the experience downright scary. He made me take my top off for a hip tattoo, and there was a camera at his desk pointed directly at me. He says he has to film the procedure for insurance reasons. That's not a thing. No. He made me more uncomfortable as the appointment went on. I would not recommend him. Is this a common situation others have been through at this shop? And then the original poster of this post on Reddit said, I've also just been notified that there is an active PFA, protection from abuse order on him, that he has been arrested for violating not once but twice. He does in fact abuse women and has real legal action on him for it. Someone pointed me to his docket and it's all there, including many felony convictions. Do not believe a word this man spews. It's all garbage. Plus he has a tiny peanut. Okay, like, we don't need to go there. One of the replies to this Reddit thread says, Keith raped a friend of mine at his shop and I reported it to the police. She did admit to them that he did it, but she refused to press charges for the safety of her 3 kids. He was threatening her and is terrified of him, so there's that. Of course, this, I can't, confirm this or anything like that. It is a Reddit post. As we know, Reddit is a place where some people do just make stuff up. I'll just say this happened allegedly, okay? Like, just, again, the shoe fits. The shoe fits. When he acts the way he does, from the messages we've seen, the fact that he has harassment charges, stalking charges, cameras in his studio, taking inappropriate photos, staring down 8-year-olds. I can't even imagine being this person that has 3 kids, that doesn't feel safe enough to press charges. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot. In case Keith watches this, whether he ends up being sent it or comes across it somehow, I don't know. He somehow is very aware of people talking about him and finding them and what have you. Yeah, this is for Keith and Keith only. Go fuck yourself. Shut down your studio. Leave women alone. Find a hole. Go live in it. And don't bother anyone ever again. Because your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. I hope anyway. I truly hope somehow the law is very favourable and sees all your other criminal charges. And hopefully does some investigating into who you are as a person. I don't know. We can dream, right? Sees all of these people talking about you. Heck, I hope they come across this video because I've compiled it into a nice video here. I hope they see this and know that you are a predator, a danger to society, and does something with that. What? I don't know. We can dream. We can dream. But I hope karma deals with you in the worst way possible. Violently. Because you deserve it. You are nothing but a small, little man with a very fragile ego, and the only way that you can get attention from women is to abuse your power, your whole existence is embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yes, you had a terrible childhood. Your early years were terrible. You or someone said that you were abused. So why would you do that to other people? Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel like a big man? Preying on those that are weaker than you? Disgusting. That's basically about as PG as I can make that message. I could make this so much worse. Anyway, back to this Reddit thread. There is this post that was posted multiple times in replies and as a standalone comment as well. And it is so obviously written by Keith. It's embarrassing. This is false information. Yes, he has messaged some girls on Facebook in the past years and years ago, like every man. No. Not every man. That's not. Okay? I'm very much the first to be like, you know, men are a problem. It's not every man. Husband and boyfriend has or still does, but he is far from a predator. We have harassment charges. Stalking charges. Okay, do we really want to die on this hill? Because he is of some value in the community, it made some sort of noise. What is his value? I don't know. If this was a regular man messaging girls, you would not be hearing about it because no one would care. Yes, we would. We see it every day. I scroll through social media every day. I see someone exposing a man for being inappropriate. Just a regular old person that lives next door. You know, like, stop it. He does not have a camera on his desk. He has cameras on his walls, so that is a complete lie. It doesn't matter where the fucking cameras are. Okay, I fully believe there is one on the desk. Maybe he's moved it since then. Who knows? But there's still cameras. There's still cameras. You just said it yourself, okay? He does not have or has never been cited or charged with a sex crime in his life. I mean, we literally just read a comment that says he raped someone. But they were too scared to report it. He has multiple major awards. For his tattoo work and a huge following, and people like this and hate him for being great, try to ruin him every day. This is probably another local artist or tattoo shop that made this post. Oh, fuck me off. I just can't. Karma is real. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Keith. And whoever you are that made this fake review will eventually get what you deserve. This is downright wrong and disgusting of you as a human being. The thing for me is, like, with stuff like this, there is no smoke without fire, you know? Like, this isn't just a one-off thing where someone's just been like, oh, I've had a bad experience, which I obviously would still take seriously, but there is multiple accounts of people saying stuff like this, and people with screenshots of messages from him, okay? Like, please. And then this is the last comment I'm going to read out, and this is alarming. And the even worse part about this is he has a young daughter, which I know he has at least 2 kids. It might be 3, but I know he has a son. I know he has a daughter. Again, from my investigations, obviously I'm not going to post pictures or anything like that because that's too far on my end. He has a daughter. He has a daughter. You would just think that men that have daughters would act right. You know, just because they could just put themselves in, you know, their daughter's shoes and think, oh God, like, if someone treated my daughter like this, then how would I feel? They can't even do that anymore. They can't even do that. They can't do... We have no hope. We've got no hope anymore. It's gone. It's terrifying. It's scary. It's... Ugh. So yeah, that concludes Keith, the most amazing tattoo artist on the planet, with all of his awards and his tattoos on Disney Plus, and his stalking charges, his harassment charges, his incessant messaging, his abusive voice messages to women, his inappropriate photos, his allegations of being creepy, to put it politely, towards his clients. I'd rather never ever ever get tattooed again than be tattooed by Keith. Like, if he was the last tattoo artist on earth, I'd actually rather do it myself. And we all know how that would work out. That would be vile. I'd rather tattoo myself with a rusty needle that I found on the floor from 1940 with ink made out of whale jizz than be tattooed by Keith. I'm not one to ever say stuff like this in videos. I don't know. I've never been the person that's like, please like, subscribe and share and all of that. But if you're at least watching this from Pennsylvania or surrounding areas of Pennsylvania, share this video. The more people know about Keith, the better. The less business Keith gets, the better. I hope in 2025, Keith tattoos no women. I hope for 2025, I'm actually recording this on the 1st of January, 2025. I hope for 2025 and the rest of the year, and then the years coming, Keith never tattoos women again. I hope the numbers of women he tattoos starts to really dwindle down to the point where there is no women booking in with him. That would be the ideal situation. I mean, the ideal situation would obviously be him in prison. Or him, I don't know, on an island somewhere far, far away from people. But I guess we'll not get that. All we can do is help make awareness so women don't go anywhere near him. And of course, there is the options of him changing his name, not using his name on social media anymore. We've seen that before. But let me flag up a picture of him again. This is what he looks like. Avoid this man, no matter what name he might be using. Oh, God. Just avoid him and his stupid hairline tattoo. Like, what the fuck is that on his head? Seriously. Sir, please. God. Terrible. Anyway, my darlings, that is it for today's video. I just want to say thank you so much for being here and watching. And again, look out for red flags. If a tattoo artist is incessantly messaging you, random weird messages or inappropriate messages, block, move on. Never go there again. Should you ever come across behavior like this and you feel comfortable or safe enough to report it to the police, then please do. Chances are nothing will be done because that's just the way it works, you know, God. But then at least there is this tattoo artist's name on a file somewhere. And then if someone else reports it, a case starts to build up or the name is being reported again and again and again. You know the deal? Like, and make sure when you do get tattooed, always tell someone that you are being tattooed on that day and you know, the studio or what have you, just in case, and all of that. You know, just stay safe, stay vigilant. People like Keith are rare, but there are people like Keith. So anyway, my darlings, I'm gonna go now. Again, thank you for being here, and until my next video,